When scanning small objects, it is recommended to choose the near mode, which can capture more details of the object. When scanning small objects using far mode, due to the distance being too great, the amount of usable information obtained is limited. It will consistently show that the object is too far away, and scanning is also prone to failure. In near mode, objects are fully scanned and scanning operations are smooth. In far mode, objects appear too small and are always shown as too far away, making scanning prone to loss and resulting in fragmented scan data. When scanning dark objects, it is recommended to use dark mode as the emitted light is stronger and makes scanning easier. When scanning normal objects, using standard mode is sufficient to capture the object completely. Pay attention to brightness adjustment during scanning. Increase the brightness appropriately for dark objects. Scanning large objects is generally more difficult, so we have the following suggestions. 1. Attach markers to the object. You can use marker mode or global marker mode. 2. Switch to far mode during scanning. Before starting the scan, markers need to be attached to the model's surface. It is recommended to use the markers that come with the factory 10mm outer, 6mm inner. For scanning large objects, it is suggested to place a marker every 10 centimeters, while for small objects, the spacing can be adjusted as needed. Marker scanning is relatively slow because it requires recording more information. The first scanning of global marker is relatively fast since it only records the positions of the marker points. Marker scanning is complete. The second scan of the global marker points is for object scanning. When scanning objects, the scanning speed is relatively fast because the first set of reference points helps with alignment. If there is a loss during scanning, retrieve it directly from the location that was completed before the scan. Both scanning methods work well, and you can choose according to your needs. Maker scanning generally requires the first frame to recognize more than 7 markers, and subsequent frames need to recognize at least 4 markers per frame. In far mode, you can see that each recognized frame has more than 4 markers, but in near mode, it cannot reach the minimum number of recognitions. Therefore, for larger objects, far mode is recommended. Without attaching markers to large objects, using close-up mode can also easily result in loss. When there are too many details on an object or the object is too large, the scan data can exceed 1000 frames, causing the device to lag. It is recommended that users scan the object from multiple angles and align the scans to create a complete 3D model. Create the first scanning project and scan the first pose. When starting the scan, first slowly move to scan the same angle, try to cover it fully, then rotate the turntable to scan other positions. Crop the excess parts of the object to facilitate multi-pose alignment later. Adjust the object's posture and get ready to enter the second pose scan. Create a second scanning project. It is important to note that the scan settings need to remain consistent with the first scan. Like the first scan data, cut the unnecessary point cloud data. Go to the project list and align the multiple sets of scan data. The first selected data will default as the reference alignment object. It is recommended to use the more complete scan model data as the reference alignment object. You can hide and observe each model's data individually to see if further cropping is needed. If the data to be aligned to still has noise before alignment, you can tap the corresponding file to clip out the noise. Please note that the selected point cloud will turn red and won't be aligned to. You can long press to switch the reference alignment object. For objects that are relatively difficult to align, you can manually adjust a few poses to the same angle and stack them on top of each other. Use one finger to swipe and change the angle. Use 2 fingers to swipe and drag the object. Observe the synthesis effect and click to confirm the generation of a new project file. If there are still some areas that have not been scanned, you can rescan that location and realign the newly scanned project with the already aligned project. Configure the processing workflow according to actual needs. For example, if the model has damage, you can repair holes, or you can apply texture mapping to scanned objects, and so on.